Black is back. Hello from the whole. It just, yeah, seems like it just keeps going. You feel so helpless. Uh, it's just the same thing every day. I don't want to live in a world where everything is just the same thing. It's like waiting for you to screw up. That's fucky, silly, stupid world. People just keep bringing kids into that. And it's like, why? I don't know. It's just fucking dumb and stupid. Gotta continue our legacy. Gotta keep on procreating so people will have more babies after that. I don't know. Just fucking. It's just the thing to do. It's the honorable thing to do. And then you have them, and it's like they need help. It's like, oh, you need to do this stuff on your own, or you need to, you know, yeah. What if I can't? What if the world's not letting me do that? Well, you gotta find ways. I mean, we made it. We're taking care of you, aren't we? And I don't remember asking to be here, and no, you're fucking not taking care of me, because if you were taking care of me, then you would. Every time, if you are truly a good parent and you bring somebody into existence, you owe them everything. If they need something, you get it to them, no matter what. And then it's like, oh, you're being selfish, and then other people look like that. Oh, you're being selfish. These people, these fuckheads that are like, oh, you're just so ungrateful for all they've given you. They're trying to take care of you. You say something about it, and it's like, ooh, so disrespectful. Go to your room, stare at the ceiling, no dinner, no soup for you. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, no, don't do this to me. It's just, I'm so happy that you brought me in a world where you can punish me to where I can't have my din, and I can't, oh, look, you're dead. I'm so sad now. And one day I'm gonna fucking die too, and everything's based off of paper, and I don't have anything. So yeah, ooh, look, house, let's sell it. Fuck yeah, here's some money, world. The world. It's like you bring someone here, and it's like, ooh, get to work, slap them with a social security number. The kid's like, oh, or the parents are like, look at my kid, and the kid's like, what is this? Why babies cry when they're born? What am I doing here? I want to go back into Pleasantville or something, Wonderland or whatever. Fucking, what am I doing? What is this? Why am I here? And then you're here, and you just you gotta deal with all this fucking man-made crap that you don't give a fuck about. I don't know. There's none of this crap that interests me. I mean, it's like, why? What interests you? What interests you? Nothing. I don't care about this stuff. I just want to, live. I mean, I don't want to cope. I want to live. There's a difference between coping and living. If we were living, then we would just be doing whatever and helping each other and loving each other and just enjoying all this stuff. You wouldn't have to pay for anything. You just live. We're all gonna die anyway. It's stupid. But these evil motherfuckers make it that way because they want to see us suffer. They want to laugh at us. It's like they want to create the illusion of them being better than everybody else. Like, oh, look at all the money we got. Yay. Now we get to sit and laugh at you for not having nothing in the system we created. I fucking spit in these people's face. They fucking piss me off. Because, once you realize what's going on, it's like, oh, there's not enough people that think and feel like this to do anything about it. And then there's your parents. They're like, oh, why can't you get a job? Shut up. Fuck you. You don't have no idea what's going on. Oh, I know. No, you don't. Oh, we went through the same thing. You went through. Well, then why'd you bring me here? I just, you ask your parents. They come at you and they're like, or they see that you're, whatever with your life, or you're not talking with them enough, or whatever it is they're doing, and then they'll be like, why aren't you enjoying yourself? just, oh, I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, whatever. Tell me about your day, and then you just play with them. But if you don't have work or anything, they'll be like, oh, why can't, for a while, why can't you get anything? And it's like, well, it's just, I'm doing the best I can. Well, you need to try harder. You're not trying hard enough. And they just gaslight and ostracize you and get on to you in every way they can. And then it gets to a point where you're just fucking angry with them. And then it's like, why'd you even bring me in this world if it even comes to that question? And I can guarantee that most of them will be like, well, you're enough for us. Oh, we just want a baby, and that's not worth all the suffering that a child or another conscious being brought in this world, this system has to go through. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, people. There's no sense in somebody having to wake up and go and do something that they hate doing every day just because you wanted to continue a legacy or what. You just, have a baby. You're just passing problems down to someone else, and now they're going to have to suffer in a world that just keeps getting more and more corrupt. Prices and people living with their parents. It goes on and on, all this crap. And it's like, oh, you're making things worse than others. No, this, I'm a realist and I see it for what it is. If you're going to bring somebody in this world, you owe them everything. They need something, they want something, you give it to them. But we live in a world that's based off of just, you do what we say or you're, oh my God, something's wrong with you. And then everybody looks at us like, oh, why are you, the parent, just the kid is just at the middle of all this crap. The kid is at the middle of how their parents are fucking with them and how everybody else is looking at it outside the so-called family, because I believe that we're all a great big conscious family. That's a bunch of, this biological family crap. They're the ones that are up your ass the most of the time. And it's just the child is just at the middle of all this crap. I don't even remember how it's going to be here. It's like all this stuff that you got to follow and just do. What if we don't give a fuck? What if we don't give a fuck? What are you going to do about it? Kill us? Good. Just, it's fucking miserable and pissed and everything going on in the head that we are going through. We probably don't care. I don't recommend it, but people are just offing themselves all the time because they just, there's just all this crap and therapy, psychiatrists and whatever. They're not doing nothing for them. It's just wasting money if they can't even afford it. Everything's based off that damn paper. Everything's just based off of just everybody fucking with each other and just having to be punished when they're just trying to live, or it's just these people just fuck it up for everybody, and it's always about trying to gain approval, trying to make you think you're worth something, when all the while we just don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. We just want to fucking dance and sing and swim and play games and just live it up. That's what we want. We can't have that because of all these people thinking that that's how they get their fun. That's how these fucking so-called elites, they get that by watching us suffer. And it's just, there's not enough people that think like this to rise up against them and do something about all this unfair, unjust nonsense. It's a hell realm. The real hell would be a place where you don't even know it's hell and people are just fucking with each other, and there's nothing that you can morally, ethically, or fucking knowingly, to anyone's knowledge, do anything about without being viewed as someone who's lazy or, you name it. And it's like all the while we're the smart ones or whatever, the wise ones, whatever you want to call it. And we're just looking at all this stuff and we're saying, Jesus fuck, what the hell? Why has it got to be this way? And it's just, yeah. I know a lot of people can relate to me, and a lot of people, there's other people that are going to be like, oh, it's not that bad, it'll be all right. Yeah, when is it going to be all right? When are things going to fucking work out? How much pain and suffering do you got to go through before things work out, quote unquote work out? When the hell is that ever going to happen? You got the Bible and everything going on with the apple and everything. Why would you knowingly do that? And then why would you destroy everything if you were knowingly going to destroy it in the first place? And why would you make all these rules and appear as a human if all this stuff could have just been avoided in the first place? You can't have consciousness without free will. It's a man-made mind game. It's just trying to fucking fuck with you. Everything is trying to fuck with you, and you just, it gets to a point where you're like, leave me alone. Fuck it. I don't want anything to do with this. It's just, you get so wise in the head, and then people's like, oh, you got an ego. You're the one with the ego. We don't give a fuck. We just don't. There's a big difference between having an ego and being lazy or whatever, and just not playing flat out, not giving a fuck. It's like, we don't remember asking to be here. We don't want to go around with our picket signs. Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. And it's just all it's going to do is just have them up in their buildings, laugh from the windows, like, they think they're going to fucking stop us with this system we've created. Just, solely and specifically designed to fuck them up. They don't know what the hell is going on. We can get away with whatever we want. And we're going to keep putting all these, stimulus in society, so-called society, it's going to just keep people procreating and more slaves into the system. And yeah, we get to laugh at them. This is the world we've created. It's a fucking the most dumbass. And oh yeah, it can always get worse, but oh, it sure the hell can get better too. Now we're just fumbling amongst each other. We're just fucking with each other. Nobody's helping. Everybody's just, oh, you do it my way or the highway. That's basically the attitude. Now that's just a fucking bullshit system. That's not going to be something that's going to help anything. That's just going to piss people off and make people want to fucking do something drastic, which I don't recommend. I mean, I feel like it too sometimes, but I just, fuck it, take a walk, get us coffee, just cope, whack off, hell, anything just to fucking get all these demons off my ass. Because this world is just let down after let down, and it's just every so often you'll get something like, yeah, it worked out, and then it just, almost everything that anytime you ever have anything nice, it usually disappears in some way or another. And if you still have it, it just gets boring. That's the only reason for us to be here is we're just spiritually bored, and we come, man and woman have sex, and we have an outlet into this. We don't know what we're doing because we're just so spiritually sound. That's the only explanation for anybody being here. Otherwise, it's just an accident, and there's no accidents. Even accidents happen on purpose, Everything happens for a reason. And I have to always ask why. Why are things like this? Well, because we make them that way. We're a free will consciousness. Everything always comes back to that. Yeah, well, where the fuck does consciousness come from? It's like, I just am. It's just the probability of something happening causes it to happen. Just like waking up and going through the same thing every day, which, it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, it's just, we're fucking each other over, and we're just making it to where everything's got to be difficult in order for it to be worthwhile. Yeah, it doesn't got to be that way. This is not a society that we need to be procreating into. If it's going to be like that, things can be better. But as long as we go around with our egos thinking that we're better than everybody else, and as long as we keep misusing our conscious free will, nothing's going to change. Because people are just going to keep going into the system. People are just going to keep going with whatever the hell's going on, and just following it. And it's like, oh, we're moving forward, yeah, but are we really evolving? I mean, what if we're already spiritually perfect? What if everything is already perfect and we just keep losing sight of that? Because we got to go get all this stuff. The word evil is the word live spelled backwards, and it's just, the keyword belief that you got to go out there and get everything. You don't realize you already have it. You can manifest it with all the abundance that's already here. This is a material world. It dies, it decays. We're all creating everything through our consciousness. This world, the sun is going to expand and take out all the orbits out to like Mars or the asteroid belt or whatever in like a few billion years. It's a big universe. There could be other Earth-like planets, and of course, it's just this dense realm. It's fucking, you go inward, and it's just, you go inward into the multi-universe. You go beyond this physical dense realm, and then you get more thought and emotion-based realms. I mean, this is deep stuff, but not too deep. And there's stuff on the internet that goes into all this stuff about consciousness and just just evolution. I mean, like I say, what if we're already spiritually perfect and we're just realizing that or experiencing it? And this is pretty much one of the harsh, if not the harshest way, most mundane way to do it, because the real hell would be a place where you don't even know that it's hell. Look at all the scenery, look at all the food and everything. How could this be hell? Yeah, well, just wait a while and you'll see what I mean, because people suffering. You watch, flip on the news and all this stuff. People keep creating all these, because everything's based off of paperwork, and people just, they think all this stuff is important, and it's not. It doesn't got to be like that. We should live in a world where you just go and get something, you grow stuff, you help people when they ask for it, and you eat whenever you want. You don't have to work because everything is already free. And, it's just you need something done, and it just gets done on its own. And what I mean by that is just you don't need to have all these big fancy corporations to get things done. I mean, times are simple, and people back then, they would, because we have it here and now, but you know what I mean. People would do things more easily, simply. And people needed something, you help them. I mean, I'm just saying, the world has hard, it's been, people help each other, sure, but it's, those stuff, the way the system works is like, it's just, I've said it time and time again, we could have one guy coming in one day and another guy coming in another day, and not have one person being there all these days of the week. I mean, there's ways that the system could work. And I want, you guys can let me know what you think. I mean, how you think the world could work better. But there's so many different ways that it could work better than the way it's working now. And what it's probably going to end up going into. And just fuck, it doesn't got to be like that. Okay, guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys again when the time is right. I don't know when I'm going to make my next content. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you want me to talk about. Like I always say, guys, I love you. Hang in there. Peace. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye for now. Over and out.